विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषण्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण. So today we will be discussing on the Catuh Sloki of Bhagavad-Gita. The Catuh Sloki is a section of 4 of the most important shlokas of Bhagavad-Gita. So this has been verified by previous acharyas and commentators, and they have said that it is this section is the most important 4 verses of Bhagavad-Gita. So following them, we also accept this very same 4 verses as Catuh Sloki of Bhagavad-Gita. So this Catuh Sloki is a very popular section of Bhagavad-Gita, and this is from chapter 10 of the Bhagavad-Gita, and it is from verse number 8 to 11. There is also 3 shloki of the Bhagavad-Gita, or the 3 important verses, the trio. It is from chapter 15. So now Baladeva Vidya Bhushana, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Ramanujacharya, etc., all of them, the great commentators, they say that it is the essence of Bhagavad-Gita. That's why we accept it as the Catuh Sloki. So it speaks of Sambandha, Abhidheya and Prayojana. 3 different things. So Sambandha, the relationship, Abhidheya, the process, and Prayojana, the goal. So now beginning with small introduction, we have Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavad Gita is divided into 3 sections. That is, number 1, chapters 1 to 6, 7 to 12, and 13 to 18. So on the last note. So chapters 1 to 6 deal with what we know as Nishkama Karma Yoga. So there is actually this phrase in Sanskrit which is Pradhanyena Vyapadesha Bhavanti. So we give the name to a certain section based on the most of the content. So most of the content of the first to 6th chapters, the first 6 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita, it deals with Nishkama Karma Yoga. That's why we say that this entire section describes about Nishkama Karma Yoga. So like there is also a touch on Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. The whole 6th chapter is Ashtanga Yoga, etc. But mostly it is Nishkama Karma Yoga. That's why we say that it is Nishkama Karma Yoga. So for example, we say that Kashi is known as the city of Pandits. So many of us are from Kashi also. So it's in UP. So we know this city of Kashi, and it is renowned as the city of Pandits, or the city of the knowledgeable people, the intelligent people. So but there may be fools also there. So it's not necessary that everybody who is in Kashi, he has to be a Pandit. So there can be some fools also. So that's why, but even then we say that Kashi is the city of Pandits. Why? Because Pradhanyena Vyapadesha Bhavanti. So based on most of the content, or like most of the population, or like most of anything, we give the name to a particular thing. So like Kashi is a city, and in that most of them are Pandits. So but fools are also there, but still we say that it is city of Pandits. So chapter 2, 3, 4, 5 of Bhagavad Gita, these all speak on Nishkama Karma Yoga. Now 7 to 12 on the same note, like Pradhanyena Vyapadesha Bhavanti, we have Bhakti Yoga, and 13 to 18 is Jnana Yoga. So chapter 18 is the summary of everything. So in chapter 18, Bhagavad Gita 18.63, he says, Yathechasi tatha kuru. So he tells Arjuna that yathechasi tatha kuru. You now, I have told you everything. So iti te jnanam akhyatam guhya guhyataram maya vimrishyaitat asheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. So, oh Arjuna, I have told you everything. So, whatever about Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, all these things I have said everything to you in detail. Now, what I want you to do is, please think about this matter very carefully. And yathechasi tatha kuru. So, you do according to what you feel as best. Right? So, Bhakti. So now one may ask, why is Bhakti Yoga placed between Jnana Yoga and Nishkama Karma Yoga? So the reason is that Bhakti touches Nishkama Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. So it gives them life, right? So we see that we see this phrase Ubhaya Sanjeevakat. So it is placed in between them because it gives both of them life. So without Bhakti, there is no Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. So Nishkama Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga are like the casing of the jewel box. So in the casing of the jewel box, we have the upper, like, which protects on like the upper side, the lower side, and in between we have the jewel. So it is like the casing for the jewel of Bhakti Yoga. That's why it is placed in between the Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. So Bhakti is the like the inner jewel, and the casing is Nishkama Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. So that's why it is placed in between them. So now coming to this 4 shlokas that we have, that is the what we will be discussing today. So Vibhuti Jnana Vipaka, there is something known as Vibhuti Jnana Vipaka. So these 4 shlokas, they can give us bhakti, right? So they help us, they give us the hearing of the Vibhuti, and they can give us bhakti in the heart. So Vipaka means everything changes to bhakti. So like when we hear and meditate on these 4 shlokas, we can get bhakti in our heart. So we have the knowledge of the 4 shlokas, and then what happens is that this knowledge turns into bhakti. So these 4 shlokas, they summarize Bhakti Yoga. So if we do not know the glories of the Lord properly, then we will not take this process seriously. So there are 3 mentalities now. There is the cat mentality, there is the monkey mentality, and there is the rope well mentality, right? So cat mentality is marjara nyaya. Here, when a cat, let's say when a cat is like holding a kitten and it is going somewhere, then the whole responsibility of holding the kitten and protecting its life is with the cat only. So some people are like this. So they say that everything is based on Lord. So Lord will take care of everything. So even my spiritual advancement is in the hands of the Lord only. So that's why some people, when we call them to come to temple, they say Bhagwan bulange tab aa jaunga. I will come when the Lord calls me. But we see that in Bhagavad-Gita, every time Lord is calling, please come, please come. Sarva dharman parityajya, abandon all variety of religion and surrender unto me. So if this is a call for action, but people don't take it seriously. So they say that everything is on Lord. So if Lord has full control of my spiritual advancement, so I do not have to do anything for liberation. That is God's concern. So this is this mentality. Now we have monkey mentality, which is Markata Nyaya. So there are 3: Marjara Nyaya, Markata Nyaya, and Kuparajju Nyaya. So we are in the second one now. Monkey mentality, that is Markatanyaya. So the baby monkey, so whenever a monkey holds its baby and goes somewhere, the whole responsibility of like protecting itself lies with the baby monkey only, right? So we see that there are some people who think that everything is dependent on me, even my spiritual advancement is also dependent on me. God doesn't have anything to do in this connection, right? So both these aspects do not show bhakti. This is what Sanatan Goswami is saying. And then there is another one, the third one, that is Kuparajju Nyaya, that is a well and rope philosophy. Here both sides have equal responsibility, right? So we see that when somebody is stuck in a well, so there should be a person outside who is holding the rope, who is like providing the person with a rope, and there needs to be so the person inside, he has to have the desire that okay, I want to come out, and he needs to hold that rope. So the person needs to hold the rope tightly, and the person who is outside, he needs to pull. So the effort of both is involved here. So the effort what the person who is stuck is putting is that he is holding, and he is holding tightly, whereas the person who is outside, he is pulling. So similarly, Krishna, we are stuck in this material world, and Krishna is the person outside who is showing us the rope, but we are the one who are like giving different responses. Some people are not holding the rope, right? Some people say that no, we want to be here only. Some people say, okay, I will hold the rope, but I have other things to do, so I will hold it like not so tightly, but I will keep hold of it. So this is also not good for progressing. On the other hand, there are certain people who hold it so tightly that at the end they are the people who come out of this well of this material world, and the Lord pulls them out. So now we must be very careful not to commit offenses in this path of bhakti, because Lord is pulling and we are holding. So when we begin to criticize other devotees, when we begin to blaspheme them, when we begin to do Nam Aparad, Dham Aparad, Seva Aparad, Vaishnava Aparad, all these things, then Krishna, he will become displeased with us, and he will not leave it, because Lord is very compassionate. He will never leave the rope, but he will stop pulling the rope. So which means that for ages we will be stuck in the same place. So we will not see any advancement. So Vaishnavas should be respected, right? Now we do not have much time to look at the meanings of each and every verse in detail with the purport Prabhupada has given and so on. But so we will just try to have a brief discussion on this topic. So this Catuh Sloki topic. So let's now dive into these 4 slokas, that is 10.8 to 11 of Bhagavad-Gita. So 10.8 says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So, in this verse, there is Mattah Sarvam Pravartate. So, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Mattah Sarvam Pravartate. Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo means Lord is the source of the entire world. He made all the elements of this material world, or the five elements, the gross body, subtle body. So everything is directly or indirectly, everything is created by the Lord himself, right? So the Lord has a hand everywhere in this world. So this is the meaning of Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. He is the source of everything in this world. So Mattah Sarvam Pravartate, here it means that everything is under my control, everything operates under me. This is what Lord is trying to say here. So everything operates under me. So this is the root verse of Catuh Sloki. It is mentioned that this is the root verse of Catuh Sloki, and everything is in an expansion from this. So here buddhi means intelligence and bhava means emotions. So there are two different things here, buddhi and bhava. So the wise who know this philosophy, Lord is saying that these people, they engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So buddhi, intelligence, and bhava means all their hearts, right? So bhakti, one very important topic here, bhakti is equal to mind plus heart, both, not any one of them. So philosophy of Krishna consciousness should change the heart. Is my attraction for Krishna growing? This should be the question, right? So this verse is the summary. Now the ninth verse, the next verse will speak about how do they worship the Lord with bhava. Then verses 10 and 11 say how they get buddhi, right? How the Lord empowers them, how the Lord gives them intelligence, right? So the first two lines speak about sambandha, that is the relation between us and the Lord. The Lord is the source of everything and everything operates under Him. Then bhajanta itimatva bhajante mam. So bhajanta is the process here which is spoken. So engage in my devotional service. So abhidheya. And prayojana bhava samanvita. So they with great attention, the goal is with great attention worship the Lord, right? So here an example is there of spider in Bhagavatam. So a spider creates the web with the materials from its own body, then it makes that, so it creates the web materials from its body, and using those materials it makes the web, then it controls the web. So this shows how Krishna creates and controls. So he is the one who is creating all the individual elements. He is putting them together to make this material world, and he is controlling the material world also, and when the time for destruction is coming, he is the one controlling everything. So Lord creates and he controls. So in short, this is the verse number 8. Now moving to verse number 9, we have Matchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayantaha Parasparam Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Charamanti Cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me, their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So here is the difference between human beings and ordinary devotees. Ordinary human beings and pure devotees. So Annagataha Prana Nara, which means that human life is grains, so, or food, right? So the sustenance of our life is based on food. And Matchitta Madgata Prana, so the devotees think about Lord and that is their sustenance. Lord is explaining here. So here there is this phrase Svaihi Svaihi Anubhutam. Whatever you have understood, whatever you have realized, whatever you have shared, whatever you have seen, you share it with others, right? About the Lord, glorify the Lord. Bodhayantaha Parasparam, Bodhayantaha Shravanam. So the word Bodhayantaha here preaching, so hearing and speaking. So the Lord is saying that sharing, so the devotees, they share everything, whatever they hear and listen. So Naham Tishtami Vaikunthe Yoginam Hridayeshuva Tatra Tishtami Narada Yatra Gayanti Madbhakta. Right. So we have this verse in which the Lord says that Lord does not stay in Vaikuntha. Right. He does not stay in the hearts of the yogis, but Yatra Gayanti Madbhakta, where my devotees sing about me, hear about me, Tatra Tishtami Narada, over there I am there. O Narada, I am present at that place. Right. So Kathayantaha is Kirtanam, Bodhayantaha is Shravanam, and Matchitta is Smaranam. So 3 main angas of pure devotional service are mentioned here. So we will not be able to keep faith and stay for a long time in bhakti if we do not adhere to these 3 things. And the devotee should never talk worldly things like for 2 hours katha. So sometimes we see that when devotees come together, they just start talking so many different things. So this, according to what is being told here, it is not allowed, right? So this is all not allowed in the sense that we have seen how it puts wrong impressions on our consciousness, right? On the other hand, this leads us to our goal. So we should focus on this. This is all abhidheya till now what we spoke. Now we will see sambandha. So we have to become tushyanti and ramanti. So tushyanti, the vakta or the speaker, and ramanti is for the audience, right? So ramanti is raganuga bhakti. It is given by Ramanujacharya. So tushyanti, they become pleased, and ramanti, they enjoy transcendental bliss. So this verse speaks about abhidheya, sambandha, and it also speaks about prayojana also, that is the delight. So delight on conversing about one another, on conversing about the Lord, right? So Puraneshu tu sarveshu Srimad Bhagavatam param yatra padam padam krishnam giyate bahudarshibihi. So Puraneshu tu sarveshu, so among all the Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam is the best. And yatra padam padam krishnam giyate bahudarshibihi. So in this book, padam padam, every step krishnam giyate, right? So it has been described that we are all perpetual students, but each one should teach one while being taught by one. So this is the philosophy. We have enough to study, so we should just keep sharing. So whatever we know, if knowledge is stagnant like water, it will smell, in the sense that we will get ego. Whereas if we share it, we become humble. So we ask ourselves. So first of all, we say that chant 16 rounds. So we will ask ourselves, okay, are we doing this? So then our desire to do it also increases, right? We ask ourselves whether we are doing it. So these 2 verses 8 and 9, they speak about what the devotees do for Lord, and now these 2 next verses, they speak about what the Lord does for the devotee. So Bhagavad-Gita 10.10, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Right. So here satata yukta, this word is used, always engaged. So we don't want to be seasonal devotees, we want to be seasoned devotees. So fair weather devotee and harsh weather devotee. So we can see that how, if we want to test whether a person is actually a Vaishnava, we should look at the Vaishnava when he is going through trouble. So when the circumstances are good, when the cash flow is coming nicely, when situation is good, when family is supporting, everything is good, at that time chanting Hare Krishna is well and good. That is very much appreciated. That we should do that. That is one thing. But another thing is when the situation is not favorable, when family doesn't support, when things don't go in our favor, at that time maintaining bhakti is very, very difficult. So fair weather devotee, harsh weather devotee. So the devotee is a person who can be fixed up through any kind of times. So Priti Purvakam, so that these devotees, they have Priti Purvakam, or the desire to please the Lord. Lord wants a willing servant, not necessarily a talented servant, right? So if a person is talented but he is not willing, then there is no point in doing. So but Lord will give whatever is needed, right? So I give the understanding, dadami buddhi yogam tam. So he needs a willing servant, right? So buddhi yoga Krishna gives to such kind of devotees. So here this buddhi yoga, it means bhakti yoga, right? So now moving up to 10.11. तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थमहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्म भावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता. To show them special mercy, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Lord is compassionate on devotees. This is the point which is being mentioned here. He dwells in the hearts of the devotees. He destroys with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So in darkness we look for light. So we should also reach out to Bhagavad-Gita. Bhagavad-Gita is the light for us. So if a devotee is simply sincere, so what our spiritual masters are asking us, that we just want your pure heart, right? Remaining everything else Lord will give. Lord is ready to give everything. So Lord is ready to take 1,000 steps for pure devotee. We just need to take that one step, that oh my Lord, I want to come to you. आज से सब कुछ आपका ही है, मेरा पूरा जीवन. So then things will become good and we will be helped. So even if we cannot understand the philosophy, even if we cannot understand anything, we can progress by Krishna's mercy. So for example, if a devotee has a service to lead an enterprise and he does not have skills, Lord will provide it. Yes, Lord will provide it. So in this 10.11 there is a purport, and here there is a line. So that even if a devotee does not take advantage of the even if a devotee does not take advantage of their literatures or of his spiritual master, if he is sincere in his devotional service, he is helped by Krishna himself within his heart. So here does not is actually more in the sense of cannot. So Prabhupada is saying that if a person seems to be like so not able to understand the philosophy, then he can just simply remain sincere in the process. That will help him. So this is the 4 important slokas of the Bhagavad-Gita mentioned by the great acharyas as the essence of the Bhagavad-Gita. So we spoke about the 3 sloki also today, and 3 sloki is from Bhagavad-Gita 15, 16, 17 and 18. These 3 verses form the 3 sloki, and Catuh sloki is what we discuss now. It is 10.8 to 11. So the first 2 verses speak about what we do for Lord, and the next 2 verses speak about what the Lord does for us. So sambandha, abhideya and prayojana, and then the Lord will provide everything, right? So one step and then 1,000 steps Lord comes to us. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams.